Superhoops. Whoop, let's go. Hursty Games, and this is how we do. Now it's time.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the QPR Career Mode. If you're not all caught up, then go and check out the playlist, get yourself caught up, and then of course welcome back to today's episode. Today we're cracking on with the league, cracking on with games, only 9 games left in the season now, getting near to the end of our first season in the Premier League and our second in the entire series. As you can see by the table that was just there, we are currently in 12th place today. We are starting off by playing against 11th place Leeds, so that's going to be a relatively big game in maybe pushing up the table a little bit. You can see 3 teams there on 41 points, 2 of them with games in hand, however, but you can see it's not crazy far away, some of these teams around us here. You know, we've got a possibility of pushing up the table a bit more than we'd expect. Southampton, by the way, up in 5th, massive fair play to them. Everton up in 3rd. Boy, I'm sure Everton fans would love to be seeing that right now. But yeah, we're going to crack on with the episode today and get into our first game. And obviously, this is a bit of a chance for us to look a little bit at working out what's going on with the team going forward, prep for Season 3. Some great suggestions, for the way, in the comments of players to potentially look at for next season, so thank you very much for all of those. But yeah, I think without further ado, let's crack on with the episode today. Let's get into some games. Okay, here we are going into the game number 1 against Leeds, and you can see we're running the 4-3-2-1 today. Dykes up top, Coles and Campbell either side of him, Johansson, Amos and Masengo finishing off the midfield, with McCallum, Lopez, Dickey and Ozzy at the back, and obviously our main man Sommer in net. Let's hope that we can go into today really pick up the pace and pick up a good, good solid 3 points. Leeds are one of those teams that in career modes, their stamina goes through the floor. We need to make the most of that. Here we are arriving at Ellen Road. Obviously, the Leeds fans arriving there, and we will be arriving after them. And hopefully today we'll be leaving with 3 very important points. It would be nice to say that we start the episode off with a bang. I feel like recently we've not started episodes very well, but then we've also not finished them well. We kind of have like, it's a weird one. We kind of have like a good little patch in an episode at the moment with a little bit of torrid form around it. It's consistency that needs to be key. It's consistency that we need to find, and hopefully we can start off well against Leeds and then pick up the consistency from there. Let's find out. Come on, us. Oh, they've played that really well. Headed that down nicely into the middle of the park here. Oh, Hernandez plays it into the middle. Rob Dickey with a good important block. It's going to go straight back in. Lopez does nothing to block it. And I think it's Hernandez maybe, or it might be Harrison actually that's found the back of the net there. It is Harrison. That's really frustrating. That's a terrible, terrible start. I was just saying how we needed to start strong. We've done the opposite of that. We started terribly. That is really, really poor. It's just simple stuff. Dickey did well to block the initial one, but just no emphasis, no players closing down. McCallum didn't go and close the ball down. Lopez was nowhere to be seen. It's a shocking start. A shocking start. Isaac Cole's on the ball here. Going to set it away to Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese, mate, pretty please. Tyrese Campbell gets us back in it, boys. Lovely stuff. A lovely through ball. Very, very simple long ball pass from Isaac Coles into Tyrese Campbell, and Tyrese Campbell finding the back of the net, and I really needed him to. I was panicking a little bit. I was panicking just a little bit, but Tyrese there, really good example of those centre forwards, or the wide forwards, sorry, left forward, right forward, cutting inside, coming more central, and doing exactly what he needs to do. Gets it past Melier and puts us back in it. Really good response. 10 minutes in, and it's 1-1, boys. Come on, boys. It's another very good ball out wide here. Good tackle there from McCallum. That was better from McCallum. That's what he needed to do for the actual goal that they scored. He needed to step up and step in the way of that ball. Johansson, mate, well done. Good clearance as well from McCallum. Maybe sets away Isaac Coles here. Can we have another through ball? I maybe shouldn't have put that one in the air. I was trying to play it to Dykes. I wasn't trying to play it to Campbell, but Campbell had actually made a very good run. Amos on the ball now. Mate, Tyrese Campbell again possibly through here. He's going to be unselfish. Lays it off to Linden. And Linden, Dykes finds the back of the net. Brilliant, brilliant play from the boys here. Again, the positioning for Campbell there was perfect. Great little first touch. Lovely ball from Amos. Masengo actually made a really nice pass into Amos to build that up as well. Ball from Amos was perfect. Straight to Tyrese, just in front of him. Dykes with one touch. Takes the keeper the other way and tucks it in the back of the net. And just like that, we've gone from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. It's things you love to see, boys. Come on. That's much better. They've got the ball out wide here to Harrison. Harrison going to try and take on Ozzy. Ozzy's done well just to stand him up. But this is the kind of thing you see a lot from the AI. They get it out wide like that. And then they just slow it down and wait for their fullback to come and cover. Oh, I've waited way too long. The chance was perfect. But I waited so long to play that. That's such a waste from me. Because Masengo's made a lovely run. A good tackle. Good bit of play. And then I've just wasted the ball to Tyrese. Good tackle from Ozzy. Masengo's going to help us bring this away. Amos turns into trouble. That's not what I needed to see there. Rob Dickey needs to close it down. Very good save there from Sommer. I'm not entirely sure who that is who's taking the shot, but mate, this is end-to-end stuff. I have to say, the two attacks both definitely coming out on top. We've looked a little bit shaky at the back, and they've definitely looked very threatening going forwards. But we've obviously done the same. 2 good counter-attacks and 2 good goals scored from it. But they are threatening as well. It's definitely a battle of attack versus defence, and on both sides, attack is mainly coming out on top. Oh, lovely play there. Very, very good stuff from Leeds. As I said, it's the attacks that are both definitely coming out on top right now. Both creating a lot of chances and causing a lot of problems. Thankfully, again, the shot just a little bit tame. And it's well saved from Sommer. Pushed out from the box. But yeah, it's a tricky one right now because they play it so nicely. They play such nice little passes. And it's so difficult to stop because things like that, and then the shot comes through. It's another chance for a shot, and Sommer's not going to save it. It's so difficult to defend against this lot because the way they play the ball is so quick, so like tiki-taka, and it's a nightmare to defend against. It really, really is. When the AI have got tiki-taka down, it's a pain in the arse because you just can't stop it. McCallum's first touch has let him down a little bit there. The shot, Sommer actually nearly got to that as well. I can't really blame Sommer. He's done as much as he can, but Hernandez finds the back of the net. I think that's the Hernandez that's currently at Watford. I might be wrong. I would have known if I'd waited and looked at his name. That would have been helpful. But just before half-time, it's a bit of a stinker time to concede. 2-1 up would have been a much better place to have been at half-time. But instead, it's going to be 2-2. Unless, of course, they do anything with this attack, which we've got to try our best to stop. Cole's forcing them backwards. Apparently not far back enough for them to stop. But that's going to be half-time. I know I whinge on about it. But it's so annoying the way that the referees don't stop the AI but stop you. It's so annoying. Regardless. 2-2, it could be worse. Obviously, going 1-0 down after like 5 minutes, it could be a lot worse. It's a shame, though, after then getting the lead to concede it and it go be 2-2 at half-time. But you know what? I think all in all, there's positive to take from this. I think what we do need to do is we need to just make sure that what we're doing is focusing on our attack, making the most of our chances. I had Dykes on a centre-forward that whole time. That's frustrating. He is going to be making way, though. Campbell is going to be going to striker, and I think centre-forward actually gives him a +6. It does. And we're going to bring on Chrissy Willock. He's going to play up in that right winger role instead of a right forward, which means I do need to change his tactics very quickly. But I think it's important that we definitely keep making the most of the attacking threat that we have, because we've looked good in that first half, and hopefully we can continue that in the second one. But let's start the second half. Hopefully start it strong. As I say, the changes that we've made, or the change that we made, is just to add a little bit more pace up top. I was thinking of bringing Trossard on just as a straight swap for Dykes and keeping Campbell out wide. But I think Tyrese showed his threat down the middle. He's definitely got the beating of those two centre-backs. And hopefully we can see more of that in the second half. And here's a pretty good start to the second half, actually. Campbell turns it onto his left. It's a good effort, but Meslier with a very, very good save. That was a nice little bit of play. The difference being between how we're attacking and how Leeds attacking. The way they knock it about is just so quick, but it's still a very, very good effort. It did need a good save from Meslier. The header's not going to be won there by Johansson. Masengo's going to win it as it comes to the edge, though. Chris Willock just got to keep this ball alive now. Just going to keep possession. Just going to keep the attack alive. He's offside now, isn't he? Yeah, okay. Oh, Leeds with a very good chance to attack here. Lopez just does enough to step in and win that. And McCallum has to take it wide to get it away from Rafinha as he's closing him down. That would have been a big, big problem there. But Coles, can he get onto the ball there? Not quite. That's such a shame. But they're still looking threatening. They are still looking very threatening. Oh, it's another lovely play. Hernandez with the shot. Sommer, I think, takes it on the chin. But thankfully, it doesn't find its way into the back of the net. That's what matters. Masengo brings it forward. It's going to find the run from Chris Willock here. Willock does really well. Lays it inside. Oh, the ball is behind Tyrese Campbell. If that was just to his feet, then that was a real good chance for him to score. Johansson finds space. Johansson finds the back of the net. Stefan Johansson. He's not having a great time of things right now in real life, but that right there is a fantastic goal. Go and celebrate in front of those away fans. I didn't mean the camera. I wanted it in front of the fans, but that was very, very lucky. A good bit of recycling. Tyrese Campbell doing well to, after missing that ball coming to him, going and winning it, laying it back to Johansson. And I just had to try and get it inside. He took it on his weaker foot, which I'm fine with. If he can finish like that, he can take it on whatever foot he wants, mate. That is a lovely, lovely finish. It was, again, a little bit lucky. It was a little bit lucky. But sometimes you need a little bit of luck, boys. Sometimes you just do. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was going to take Johansson off. And I think I still will take Johansson off. We're going to bring on El Basir. He's going to come on just a bit more pace in the middle of the park. Obviously, he hasn't quite got the same attributes that that Johansson does. But I'd like him to get some match sharpness because I think he's going to be a good player for us going forward. Got to be careful here. Rafinha cuts out inside. Very good play again. Yet again, poor defence from me. You can see the defenders just aren't there. Is that Click? I feel like Click's number 43. I might have got that wrong. Sorry, Leeds fans. But I have to say, that is poor defending. But again, it is Glitch. It's so annoying to play against. It is such a pain in the backside to play against. Obviously, losing it in a bit of a sticky spot, losing it in not a great position. Sommer, it was near to him, but the power behind it, it's tough. You've got to say you expect maybe a better finish, but it's tough for him to get to that one. It is frustrating, but it is 3-3 again. Isaac Cole's here, doing really well, just sort of skipping past people, just continuing to just walk it round people here. Masengo, I wanted it to him and then player 1-2. It hasn't quite worked out and the pass is poor, but Isaac Cole's just literally walked through their team. Okay, let's remember how easy it was for us to dribble through them. Making our final change here, as our Leeds are making a change as well. They're taking off Firpo, they're bringing on Paulinho. We have taken off Ozzy Kakai and brought on Hamer. Bit of a rotation, bit of fresh legs. Ozzy obviously plays a lot of minutes, plays a lot of games for us, and Hamer can come on and hopefully just, you know, add a little bit of fresh legs in the defence because, again, they're a nightmare to defend against. They are quick with passing and they're quick as well, but we are quick on the counter here as Tyrese Campbell is just bursting forward. El Basir is trying to get into a good position. El Basir does get into a good position, but so does Isaac Coles. It's a great save. It's not a great shot. It's a good save. El Basir rotates it back in. Isaac Coles finds the back of the net. It's a 7-goal thriller right now. This game has been absolutely mental. Things you'll love to see. But Isaac Coles finds a fantastic shot and does help us get back into the lead. The first shot was a little bit safe. Good save from Melia. That's kind of what I was talking about with the click shot. That it's not the best shot, but it's the keeper's got half a chance to get in there. But with the someone, it was just more power behind Klitsch's shot. But I think Isaac Coles has found a better shot on the tougher situation. But mate, 4 goals in 30. He's not got loads of goals this season, but he's hopefully going to pick up a little bit more with the goal scoring with the new formation. But I'd say this season Isaac Coles has had a solid season. He's not necessarily had the numbers in regards to goals, but he's played well. If we can get the numbers up, then I think Isaac Coles really can be a player for us going forward. But with 5-10 minutes left on the clock, this game is not over. We've seen how quickly Leeds can get back into it. And look, just the way they knock it around. There's poor marking from me with Masengo. Hamer is going to have to go out to it. The cross comes in. Dickey gets it away, and now Masengo can bring it away. We've got a chance here to counter here. Long old highlight. Apologies for that. But now Chris Willock with the fresh legs. Just going to burst his way forward. Finds the run from Isaac Coles. Oh, who was offside. I thought I just timed it. I thought he was just in line with the centre-back. But he's just taken the step ahead. He is just ahead of him. That's frustrating. I thought I timed that and I've timed it poorly. There's about a minute on the clock here. It's a throw-in for Leeds. And I know I don't normally show or start highlights from like a weird middle of the pitch sort of throw in, but the way Leeds attack, honestly, they just get it forward so quickly. I was fairly confident it was, unless I won the ball, it was going to lead to an attack of some sort. Now Sommer's just going to bit of game management here, take his time. We're going to throw it out to Rob Dickey. We're just going to take our time here, and I'm going to do, I'm afraid, the ratty thing. I'm going to get it off the pitch. El Basir wins the header. That is full time, and that was a 7-goal thriller. That was a fantastic game. Leeds, honestly, one of the toughest teams to play against in career mode. I stand by it. They have got such an exciting brand of football that matches how they kind of play in real life. It is definitely live by the sword, die by the sword that Leeds play by quite often. And in career mode, it's a nightmare to play against. So fair play to them. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that game. 4 goals. I think 4 goal scorers as well, which doesn't happen too often for us. But huge result, boys. Fantastic. To come from 1-0 down, I'm here for it. Well done, lads. Well, that was a great win to get. Really was a solid win to get. Obviously, we are still a point behind Leeds. Leicester still with 2 games to play, though. Spurs played their extra game and they drew. So, you know, we're catching up. We're keeping up with some of the teams around us. West Ham, I've just noticed, have got 3 games in hand on us. And all they need to do is win 2 of those and they go above us. So it's a very tight one right now. It's a very tight league. In that middle of the park. Lyndon Dykes playing for Scotland, only player to get called up. Isaac Cole's not getting called up. Lopez not getting called up. Surprised me a little bit. Sommer not getting called up, although it could be that they're not playing. But yeah, we've got international break now, so we've got a bit of a gap, between this and our next game. So I'll see you there. So a bit of a side note, bit of a tangent. Arlo Cartwright has said that he is uncomfortable or, nervy about not getting called up yet, and he's getting agitated. So we're going to call him up. Promoted to the senior team. Welcome. Don't expect to play, mate. Okay, here we are up against Everton. It is obviously third place Everton. They are quite tired though. I have a feeling that they had a game in hand that they've played because you can see the stamina on a lot of those players are down. One player to note here, obviously Immobile playing. Incredible player, incredible signing. Kimpembe, outrageous to them. But Gordon, actually somebody to mention, as Gordon was suggested to us to potentially look to picking up next season. I think that's an interesting signing. I think it would suit the new 4-3-2-1 a lot better than someone like Ilias Chair would, because Chair for me just isn't a right forward. He's definitely more of a cam, which is why he struggled when we played the 4-4-2, I think, anyway. So Gordon's somebody to look out for, but this is going to be a tough game. Let's give it a go. One thing I didn't note as we're loading up here in the Kai print is that Trossard is in over Dykes. That's basically kind of for me today to kind of work out who I prefer in this system, who I think is the better striker option in this system, because Campbell, we know, is starting to do really, really well in that right forward role. Can also play striker, and I think will still do well at striker now that we've sort of found this second lease of life for him. But yeah, it's working out if Dykes or Trossard wants to be my main man up top. That's something I'm still yet to fully work out, but hopefully we'll work that out today. See how Trossard does, because I think Dykes had a decent enough game. Obviously scored a goal, played relatively well. So yeah, we'll see. How does Trossard do, and how do we do? Come on, you ask. Gotta be careful here. Gordon with a strike. Someone with... I don't think I've ever seen that animation. I don't think I've ever seen that. It's sort of coming to him. He's made the dive and then just like theatrically punched the ball away. I genuinely don't think I've ever seen that animation. But thankfully we get the corner away. And you know what? Lovely tackle there from Johansson. And now Tyrese Campbell with a chance to try and burst forward here. He's not quite breaking free of Matty Cash. And this is a good chance for Trossard to overlap. And it is a good overlap. Matty Cash is just going to get there. That's such a shame. Kimpembe leaves it for Pickford. That was so close. If he just got there ahead of Cash and got that first touch, I think we were in. Gordon puts the ball in the box. Someone's going to come to it and does claim it. Things like that, I'm normally relatively confident. I know someone's not like the tallest of keepers, but he does command the box pretty well on crosses like that more often than not. And it's given us a bit of a chance here just to slowly counter. Isaac Coles up to Campbell, into Trossard, who lays it off to Coles, who can't quite take it past the centre-back. A slightly better touch there, and we were in. Lovely ball there from Amos, out to Isaac Coles. Been pushed a little bit wide, but I think the ball kind of needed him to, and that's a lovely bit of play. Johansson, oh, I tried to just play the fake shot. Thought maybe I could just take it past the defender, but the crucial bit of information I forgot is that defender is indeed Kimpembe, who is a nightmare. Oh, lost the ball in a bit of a bad spot here. Immobile is going to play it inside to Rodriguez. Immobile across the box there to Gordon. And Sommer, I'm not entirely sure how he's kept that out, but I'm very grateful that he has. That was a lovely bit of play there from Everton, and Sommer's done really well just to sort of keep that at his feet and then not let it just trickle past him. Very nice indeed. And McCallum and Coles here have worked really well on a counter. I thought that was in the back of the net. I thought we'd scored. I kind of was almost ignoring the progress we were making going forward. That really is a close effort. I don't think Pickford was getting there, and Isaac Cole so nearly makes it 1-0. Right in the stroke of half-time as well. That would have been a fantastic time to score. It was a terrible time to concede in the last one, but that would have been a brilliant time to have scored. But this first half's been a bit of a weird one. It's been a little bit flat. Referee, look at your clock, mate, because if that was me, you'd have blown it 3 times by now. It annoys me. It annoys me so much. Fix it, EA, you bastards. But regardless, getting back into it, I think we've played okay, but it's been a relatively uneventful half. You can't see it because it's behind me, but total shots from Trossard, 0. Shots on target, 0. It's been a very, very nothing-y half. They've had the best 2 chances of the game. Gordon with, I think, both. Did Gordon have both chances? I don't remember, but Sommer with 2 very, very good saves. Outside of that, it's been a very nothing-y game. We haven't offered much, if anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Campbell up top. We'll throw him in the mix and have him at striker. He's only on a +4. We'll keep him on that then. And we're going to go ahead and throw Ilias up there. And go with that. I think that's the plan. Let me sort the tactics out, the instructions, and we're good to go. Okay, good to go for the second half. Let's see if we can just create a bit more. Like I say, the first half was a little bit flat. They're a tough team to defend against. They've got a very, very nice squad. They work well on the counter. They work well in possession. They don't knock it about quite the same as Leeds do. Like, you can see they're passing it around nicely here, but it's just not the same, like, speed and intensity that Leeds play it at. But it's very different, but it doesn't make it easier to play against. It's still tricky, but we've got to do more on the ball, I think. Amos inside to Campbell, and Campbell was on side there. He just couldn't sort his feet and take the shot quite quick enough. That was a lovely ball from Amos again. I have to say, his passing today's episode has been very, very nice, Luke Amos. He's done very well, and Campbell's positioning has been phenomenal as well. That has to be said. Got to be careful here. Ball's coming forward. Immobile lays it off to Rodriguez. Very good save from Sommer. Yet again, the best chances of the game going Everton's way. We're getting a lot of close calls, you know. Just one pass off a shot, or you know, just offside, you know, things like that. We're getting close calls, but not really creating many chances. But outside of the Coles chance, we haven't offered, we haven't threatened. In front of goal, Rodriguez with another threatening shot, and Sommer with another fantastic save, keeping us in this tie, keeping us in this game, in a game that we really are not offering much otherwise. I think they're making a change here. They are. It's going to be Mittelstadt off, Iwobi on. Obviously, Alex Iwobi, in relatively this season at the very least, been utilised well as a sub. He's been doing numbers at Everton as a substitute. He's sort of a bit of a substitute threat, you know, bit of a threat off the bench. We've got to be careful here. Dickey well in, lovely tackle, and now Campbell lays it off to Ilias Chair. Not the quickest of our forwards, but Ilias Chair going to bring it forward. Lays it off to Tyrese. Tyrese Campbell sees Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles getting absolutely blitzed for pace by Matty Cash. I didn't think he would. I thought Isaac Coles would absolutely take on Matty Cash for pace, so that's why I laid it off. Otherwise, I'd have kept it with Tyrese, because Tyrese has got the pace. But I just thought Coles is in more space and hasn't got to deal with Kimpembe. Turns out Matty Cash, also a nightmare to play against. Johansson brings it inside, but Kimpembe wins it. We've just, yet again, another, one pass away, or just this, just that. We haven't got the shots. We're not threatening Pickford. We need to do that. There's not long left, 20 minutes to go. We need to do more, but before we worry about that, we've got to worry about defending this chance here. He's offside, surely. Thank you. Okay, we're making a change here. El Basir is making his way on for Johansson. Again, it's going to be a change that you're going to see more and more of. Rondon coming on for Immobile. In FIFA terms, definitely less threatening. In real life terms, definitely probably less threatening. But, you know, we cannot rule out anyone. We really can't. It's just stress. This game has been stressful. They have created some really, really nice chances, and we're creating nearly chances. We're going to try a chance here with Coles. Where has that been all season? Isaac Coles, mate. Where has that been all season? What a finish that is. I just thought, you know what? We're not getting chances. I said we needed to start testing Pickford, and I thought, you know what? This is a chance to test him. It's looped, and Pickford has dived terribly. If Pickford just stays on his feet and just moves backwards, surely he just grabs that. Surely he just grabs that. That is terrible goalkeeping. I mean, it's a fantastic effort from Coles there. That really is a great effort. You can see Benitez having none of it, and I'm just gassed behind him. You know what? Isaac Coles, mate. Fantastic finish. What a goal. I did not expect Pickford to miss that. But, wow. Just wow. And here's a chance maybe straight off their centre. Terrible tackle there from Basuma. He's going to get the yellow card for it. It's definitely not a red. It definitely is a yellow in my books. But, mate, I'm still getting over that. We've done very little threatening in front of goal all game. And then Isaac Coles, with a moment of magic, just pings out a beauty from, I'm not even sure how far out. It was just a lovely, lovely finish. And now we've got something to hold on to. We've got 10 or so minutes left on the clock. And we've got a lead. They've got the chance here over the other side. Gordon going to bring it down. McCallum does really, really well. Just shrugs the man off it. Keeps the ball as well. Does very, very well to bring this forward here. Going to play it into El Basir. El Basir going to bring this central. You know what? Can I get it with El Basir to shoot? I can. It's a bit of a tame shot. It's not his best stat, let's be honest. He's not in the team necessarily to score goals. He's moved with himself. He's also got grey hair at the age of 18, but we move, we digress. But I have also made a change. Rob Dickey makes his way off here for Jimmy Dunn just the last couple of minutes. It's, again, another change that I just want to get done. A little bit of match sharpness. I know he's coming on for about 30 seconds, but it's something I just felt like I had to make. They've taken off Gordon and brought on Luis Murillo, another striker. So 2 strikers on one winger down. We'll sort of see this out to the end. They've played it short. They haven't got an acre of time here, but they're going to have to play it up the pitch quickly, which they have done, to be fair. They got it straight into our half. And for the referee, when it comes to the AI, that is all you need to do for them to consider an attacking opportunity that you don't blow the whistle under. They've got it out wide here. Alex Iwobi. Ozzy Kaka's got to meet him. Plays it back. Elias Chair gets in and stops it initially, but Iwobi is still going to drop to him. It's going to come into the box. Jimmy Dunn comes on and gets the header away. That's part of the reason we brought him on, just fresh legs, just to see chances like that one out and make Sam McCallum had a blinder there. In the last sort of 10 minutes, Sam McCallum made 2-3 very important tackles, and one of them has given it full time. It's in the game out. It's a 1-0 win at home. It's a big, big win. 2 goals and 2 for Isaac Coles. And again, a huge, huge finish in that as well. That is just a blinder of a goal. Pickford doesn't get anywhere near it. I think Pickford's animation maybe did him a little bit dirty. But 2 wins in 2. It's a good start to the episode today. And you know what? I'm here for it. Fantastic stuff. Well done, boys. Huge result. Well, 2 wins and 2. It's a great start to today's episode. We are still in 12th place. West Ham still with 2 games ahead of us. But they now need to win both to match us on points. So, you know, it's still in for contention. There's still lots going on. There's still a possibility of pushing up. We still have 6 games left. It's all happening. It's all happening. We'll have a quick look at the Youth League month report. Mate, Ethan Pratt is looking very, very good. 63 rated with a fantastic potential. Manga, by the way, has been here, I'm pretty sure, from the start. He's got himself up to 61. Still decent potential as well, so he's looking pretty decent. I think we'll maybe get him out on loan for next season, and I think Ethan Pratt is going to need a loan as well. If we can get Ethan Pratt out on loan somewhere, I think he will really start to fly up the ranks and could potentially be somebody that comes in for us as a rotation fullback option. Obviously, at the moment, we have Hamer. He's not necessarily set the world alight since that's calling McCallum on a permanent. But you know what? It's not terrible. The boys are looking okay. It's obviously going to be difficult for many of them, if any of them, to make it into the starting team with how long the career mode's got. But you never know. Okay, here we are up against Leicester for our next game, jumping straight into the next one. And this is going to be when we start off as a sim. These guys are only just above us in the table, but it does allow me to get an extra game in. Obviously, I can jump in at any point if I want to, but again, I just need to try and get more and more games played. I'm just going to set us to our away kit, actually. I think that maybe makes a tad more sense. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Obviously, have them in their home kit because they are the home team. But yeah, let's jump into it, jump into the sim and see how the boys do without me. And if I need to jump in, I'll jump in. Let's go. Well, that's not a good start, is it? Cranbridge 1-0. Well, not even 9. I was going to say 9 minutes in. 6 minutes in. That is terrible. Okay. I know. I can already sense the frustration that I've gone into a sim game and that I'm now behind in a sim game because I'm simming it. I apologise. I'm just trying to get through so we can get as many episodes out and keep playing on with these the series and the episodes. I'm sorry. I love you. It's a good effort from them. It's off the bar. It was a really, really good chance to get a second. But Sommer keeping us in there with a good save there. But we got lucky with the woodwork a minute ago. Good effort from them yet again. And yet again a good save from Sommer. Again keeping us in this at 1-0 right now. You know what? It's not looking good. Daka makes it 2. Oh dear. At half-time I'm going to jump in. If they score a third before then I think it's curtains. But at half-time we're going to have to jump in. Okay, we get one back. Tyrese Campbell, continuing his goal-scoring form, makes it 2-1. I think we're still going to have to jump in at half-time because obviously we are behind. I'm not just going to let it play out with us losing. So, you know what? Good response. Good response. Straight from kickoff. Little cheeky FIFA kickoff goal, but we'll take it. 2-1, back in it. Well, I spoke too soon. It's not even half-time, and we have conceded a third. It's 3-1. And that's a bad place to be in. Okay. Well, not what we needed to see. 27% possession. That is terrible. You can see the whole back line having a stinker. One change I'm going to make, and that is because the player did specifically ask to play, is Odebaggio. I kind of don't want to because Ozzy's playing as a 77 rated right back. Odebaggio's playing as a 68. But I'm a man of my word. I'll bring him on. Come on, boys. We've got a lot of work to do, but we can do it. We can do it. Got to be careful here on the counter. Saka working. Wait, Saka? They've got Saka. How did I ignore the fact that they have Bukayo Saka? Jesus Christ. Okay, well, let's remember that. Oh, lovely through ball. And Kramich is going to be away here. Dickey does very well. Does manage to make up the ground there and win it. And Johansson can't quite get the the turn of pace to see it away. This isn't looking good. This isn't looking good at all. Well inside. And that's a lovely finish. Kramaric has made it 4-1. Oh, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because obviously we've had 2 very good games, 2 very good results. And Leicester have pulled us apart. I mean, even just against me, it's 1-0 to Leicester, you know what I mean? Even ignoring the AI, Sommer, you can maybe argue could do a little bit better there, but I think at 4-1, I think it's curtains, boys. Isaac Cole's here, going to try and set away Lyndon Dykes. Lyndon Dykes now through. Lyndon, 1 against 1. Oh, I've hit it too near the keeper. Campbell does get the ball and does find the back of the net, though. Tyrese Campbell makes it 4-2. I'm going to skip the celebrations, skip the replays. We've got 25 minutes to really push for this now. Come on, boys. I get the ball in the box here. He's going to aim towards Saka. McCallum is going to win it. Dykes dropping quite far back here to win this ball, but going to bring it forward now. Need to try and make sure that with this attack, whatever happens, it goes off the pitch, because I've made my formation change. I've made a very, very attacking change, and I need it to happen sooner rather than later. If the ball doesn't go off the pitch soon, I'm just going to have to boot it off because I need that change. Well, an offside has given us that time to change it. We've gone to a 4-2-4. I've gone all-out attack. I'm going just for hell for leather. I'd much rather at this point lose like 6-5 having a go than just petering out and losing 4-2 like this. We have taken off Johansson and I brought on Willock. I think I brought on Willock. I can't remember now. Yeah, Chrissy Willock. So Willock's at right wing. Coles is at left wing. We've got Dykes and Campbell up top. Masengo and Amos are running the midfield, and then obviously the usual defence. We just need to now just go for it. Hell for leather. Go for broke. It's not a great start to the attacking formation. That is going to make its way in. No, it's not. It's a great defensive clearance there from Lopez, getting back and getting on the line and reading that situation well, because that was otherwise, that was another goal. But here we have a chance to counter. Can we get the ball here to Coles? Coles is going to get the touch, but Brozovic does well enough to keep it away from him. That's a shame. Lovely play here. Tyrese Campbell can't quite get it over to Isaac Coles. If he'd found it over to Isaac Coles there, it's another good chance for another goal on 4-3. And then we look like half a chance. However, now they've got it forward. They're on the attack. They get it into Kramaric. Kramaric to Daka. Sommer with another save. As I said, I expect them to counter us. We're on very attacking formations. They've taken off Daka, bringing on fresh legs up front, which is always going to be a problem for us. But yeah, I've gone very attacking. I have gone for we're either going to win or lose trying. Do you know what I mean? That's basically the thought process I've gone for here. And that's how I've got to play. It's as simple as that. Good tackle there from Rob Dickey. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a real shame that that it sort of happened this way and that the game's gone against us like this. But again, that's the risk I have in simming. I've only got myself to blame. I sim it and I go 3-1 down. It's my fault. Ball here to Tyrese Campbell. Going to look out wide and find Chris Willock. Willock now going to bring it inside. Plays it to Tyrese. He's going to have a finesse go to that far post. It's a good save, however, from Schmeichel. Just going to whip this ball in there. It's going to be one of the last chances of the game. Lyndon doesn't quite win it. It's going to drop to Amos on the edge of the box, who does. But again, that's going to be time. There it is, full time. It's a shame. Again, I hold my hands up and I do apologise. I know that people aren't the biggest fan of me simming games, but for me to get through the series that little bit quicker and get us into that next season, so we've got a chance to really push for season number 3 as well in the video series, sometimes it's what I've got to do. So I do apologise. Hopefully you guys understand though, but it's still a stinker loss to get. Well, we remain obviously in 12th. West Ham picking up a lot of draws at the moment, so they're not really catching up on us. If anything, they're now falling behind us just a little bit. But that loss against Leicester is a frustrating one because that would have put us level points there with Leeds, and a good chance a win would have put us actually up on 46, and we'd have then had a chance to overtake the likes of Spurs and Leicester with another win and results going our way. But we've got one more game for today. Let's play it. Okay, it's up against Crystal Palace for the last game of today's episode, up against the almighty Iberieze, who in this, at least, gets game time, as he should. Tchouameni, by the way, is a fantastic signing. But yep, usual 11, Trossard starting over Dykes today. I know that Dykes scored, Trossard didn't, but I feel like, I don't know, against Everton it was a tough game. I wanted to give Trossard another go. If he doesn't score today or doesn't massively impress me, I think Lyndon will be our starting striker going forward. Regardless, let's get into it. Here we are at Selhurst Park. It's going to be another rainy day. It's constantly raining. It doesn't matter what point of the career mode you play it in. If you play in England, you get rain throughout the series, throughout the season. But hopefully today we can pick up more points. It's been a good episode up until, obviously, the most recent game up against Leicester. But up until then, we played really well. 2 games, 6 points. Gator on a tifo, things you'll have to see. It's going to be, hopefully, a big game that we can hopefully come away from big points. And, yeah, Iberieze, with a QPR supporter, things you'll have to see. Iberia, mate. Who knows? Maybe next season? Maybe. Let me know what you think. Iberia? Question mark? Okay, corner here to Crystal Palace. Let's see if we can maybe see this one out just a little bit. They're going to dummy playing it short. Dickie's going to have to get up there. Doesn't quite, and it is going to go for another corner. Ozzy was caught the wrong side of the post, so couldn't get around quick enough to help stop it going off for another corner. Masengo wins it. Means a third corner. 3 corners in a row. Hopefully the boys are just, you know, staying alert, seeing these corners out. Let's try and get this one away this time. Lopez, not the tallest of centre-backs, does enough to get it away initially. However, the chance, the attack is still not really over here. Johansson not really going to do the best at closing down. Another bad chance of closing down. And Edouard gets a good shot. But Jan Sommer with a very, very good save. Guess what? It's another corner with 10 minutes in. And Crystal Palace have had 4 corners. They've laid this off. Nice little routine there. Laid it off to a man in space. Eze going to try and bring it inside. It's a good tackle though from McCallum. Well done, mate. Let's bring this away. Let's take the pressure off just a little bit. Trossard out wide here to Masengo. Masengo going to turn. Going to try and find Campbell. Campbell does get it. Pulls it onto his left foot. Pings it. That's a lovely save from Gaeta, a.k.a. the Tifo man. Really, really good effort. Nice counter-attack. Bringing that onto Campbell's left foot. And it's a good ping. But that is fingertip save. It almost looks like it doesn't actually hit his hand. Now, it is what it is. But it did almost look like it didn't actually hit Gaeta's hand. That's how close that actually was. It was so close it didn't look like he even saved it. And I'll tell you why. It's because he didn't. At no point does Gaeta touch that ball. Well, that's exciting, isn't it? That's great. Nice one. Well, instead of the goal, we'll have a corner, which we'll whip in there. Coles is going to whip it in there. It's going to go to Trossard, who's not the tallest of players, but that's a good save there from Gaeta. And I say good save, assuming it did actually hit his hands that time. Very, very good effort from Trossard. Again, not really the tallest of players or the biggest in the box there, but wins the header, wins the shot, and gets a chance on goal. Lopez going to jump up and gets another header, but heads it just over the bar. You know what? Crosses. Could be the way. Lyndon Dykes second half, maybe. All up here to Trossard. Going to lay it off to Tyrese Campbell, who's made a fantastic run. Finds a fantastic bit of space and plays a fantastic strike and puts us 1-0 in the lead. Things you do well and truly love to see. Well done, Tyrese Campbell. Really starting to find his shooting boots now. I honestly think he has saved himself in this career mode, and he has become the player we need him now to be and that we kind of expected, and that is as a right-sided player cutting in on that left foot. It's made me really think that maybe what we need is a striker. Maybe Trossard hasn't quite worked out this season as we'd hoped he would. Lyndon obviously hasn't been as consistent either. Neither of them really finding the goals as much. But now Trossard, Tyrese Campbell, sorry, is playing that right-hand side position. He's now on 11 goals. Before we started making these changes, he was on 3, I think. So it's really starting to show that him cutting in and actually being able to shoot on his left from cutting in on the right is probably where we need him. And I think, you know what? He's really starting to impress me. Tyrese, mate. Lovely stuff. And of course, in this game, it's 1-0 now. Good lead. Oh, lovely through ball here. Got to be careful. Thankfully, they've slowed it down and played it backwards, but they have got it back in the middle. Edouard on the ball now. Sommer saves it initially. He's going to just calmly claim that the second time. Yeah, they knocked that round really nicely to make that chance. That could have been a lot worse for me. But thankfully, Jan Sommer doing Jan Sommer things, and that is saving the blooming day, boys. Isaac Coles picks the ball up here. Going to play it to Johansson and make a run afterwards. Trossard going to cut down here. Takes it past one. Plays it out to Isaac Coles. Back into Trossard. Trossard with space. Trossard with an effort. Gaeta with another very good save. That's 3 very impressive saves that Gaeta has made. That one onto the post. That was the closest of all of them, if you ignore the one that he didn't actually save. That honestly, mate, we have been very impressive. This is the kind of chances that we need to make. And we need to really push at. You know, in Everton, the Everton game, it's the opposite of that. The Everton game, we weren't quite able to make those final chances and get the shots away. This game, we've been doing exactly that. And we have been threatening almost all game. That is going to be an offside, I'm sure. It's not. It's not offside. That's 2-0. Trossard, mate, finds the back of the net. I thought I timed that pass terribly. My like, what's the word I'm looking for? My offside trap vision is terrible. The times I think I've just done it right, he's offside. The times I think I've messed it up, they're onside. You know what? I think it's the left back. I think it's Mitchell that keeps me onside there. Trossard just about tucking that one away. Gaeta can't really do too much against it. I'm just for my peace of mind, I do just want to watch that back because I thought I'd messed it up. I think it must be Mitchell that keeps him on. Yeah, Mitchell just behind Tyrese is what keeps Trossard on there. Really, really good stuff. Finds the back of the net. I have to say, everyone on the pitch has been really, really well. The front three have been fantastic. And yet again, Amos, by the way, with another really good pass. It's only just clicking to me how good Amos's passing is really, really starting to pick up. So fair play to him. I think for next season, one thing that I just mentioned very quickly now while I think about it, I think I might go with 2 DMs and a centre mid. I think we'll go Masengo and Amos and find like a solid centre midfielder to really play in and play that central midfield role. I just think maybe it will suit how we're playing a little bit more and help us on the counter-attack to defend against counters a little bit. But anyway, I digress a little bit. 2-0 at half-time really is a very, very good place to be in. Amos, again, having a very, very good game. I know I've just said it, but I'll say it again. What an absolute baller. But I think we'll crack on. I think we will carry on with what's going on. Ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going to stick with it for now. Obviously, changes can be made in the second half, and they will be. But for now, we keep going, boys. Boys are doing really, really well. Well done. 2-0. More of the same. Isaac Cole's here, going to bring it forward. Does get fouled, so we are going to have the free kick there. It is going to get pulled back. And I think what we're going to do is going to lay it short here to Lopez. And Lopez thinks he's Rob Dickey. He's going to have a bloody pop from range. And it's not a bad effort, but it was always going to be saved. Free kick here to Crystal Palace. 20 or so minutes on the clock here. And I've made all 3 of our changes. I've had these changes queued from about the 55th minute. But the ball didn't go off the pitch, so that was great. But I've taken off Johansson. I've taken off Isaac Coles, and I've taken off Lopez. 3 rotation changes. We're bringing on Willock at left wing. We're bringing on Jimmy Dunn at centre-back and Anwar El-Basir in central midfield. Yeah, just thought, you know, again, my thought process was half an hour on the clock, bring on 3 fresh sets of legs, and, you know, give 3 players a bit of a chance to keep match sharpness up, especially Jimmy Dunn and El-Basir. Give them a chance to, you know, impress and keep their match sharpness starting to, like, tick over, but... yeah, instead they're going to go about 25 minutes, which is still fine. I'm still okay with it. Willock with a really good tackle there. Quite far up into our half, and it gives us a good chance to counter here. Ball all the way across to Tyrese Campbell. He's going to take his time and going to take his time to find the back of the net. And that is 3-0. Tyrese Campbell with 2 goals in 1 game. He has had, I think, 4 goals today. I think that's pretty darn impressive. It might even be more than that, you know. I actually don't remember. It might be 5. He has had a very, very good episode today. He has really, really found the goals. And again, I'm very impressed with Tyrese Campbell. That's 12 goals now this season. It's not really enough for a starting striker. However, if he can do that from a forward, like a right forward, almost like a winger, then that is plenty of goals in a season for a winger. That is honestly, that's good stuff. That's great work. And I'm chuffed. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits, boys. 3-0. This is much more like it. Got to be careful here. They bring it forward. It's going to be a good shot, and that is a good goal. I won't lie to you. I thought Sommer had it covered. I didn't think it was that great of a finish there. I'm not entirely sure who that is. It looks a bit like Ceballos, but don't quote me on that. I don't know if I'm right. But that, honestly, it looked like Sommer had that covered. It didn't look like it was going to beat him. However, it did. It was obviously a very, very good finish because it has found the back of the net. Lovely bit of footwork, by the way, from Iberieze. But that really is a pinpoint finish right just inside that post there. It's Borja Mayoral. My bad. I got the complete wrong player. Got to be careful here as they bring it forward again. Thankfully, El-Basir gets back well and does bring that ball away. Trossard doesn't quite take his man on. I don't really know what I was trying to do, but whatever it was, it didn't work. But now they've rotated it around for the last chance of the game here. Is going to go Crystal Palace's way. Thankfully, even if they do manage to score from it, it wasn't going to be enough to get them anything from the game. And thankfully, someone claimed it anyway. And that is another very, very, very good win for us. Another 3 points, another 3 goals, and another convincing win. I'm chuffed. 9 points from a possible 12 today. That is very, very good form. I'm honestly here for that. If we get that like most episodes, that's a great set of form. That's a really, really good place to be in and helping us push up the table a bit. But Tyrese Campbell, again, have to say, stand-up player, another fantastic performance. And also, I know I mentioned it a couple of times, but Luke Amos, he has been nothing short of fantastic today. He really has been one of our best players. Well, even though we had such a tremendous episode today, we're still in 12th. It's not really changed for us. That's mainly because the teams around us have also evidently been doing pretty well and keeping us in about level pegging with them. But that is an episode that means that the next episode could be the last of the season. There's 5 games in the next episode. I think what we'll do is we'll play City, we'll play Fulham, we'll sim Newcastle and sim Southampton, and then play Chelsea and finish off the season in the next episode. So next episode will be 5 games, but I will be simming 2 of them. for the sake of time, we may even quick sim one of them. We may quick sim the Newcastle game just because they are one of the teams lower down in the table. Now, I know that simming 2 of the games obviously isn't ideal, but it means that we get through the series. Otherwise, it means that we have at least 1 or 2 games left over and a whole nother episode, whereas we can start an episode at the start of the season. But let me know what you guys think. Obviously, if you have enjoyed today's video, then please leave a like on the video. It supports me, the video, the channel, and the series out to a whole bunch of you new. Hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told any time that we upload a video. If you want to catch us on our live streams, it's Hursty Games over on Twitch. There's a link in the description. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, of course. Wash your hands.
What? Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.